Pam Washington here from Build My Cleaning Business. So this is part 2 of a 3-part series on why didn't I get the new account. And in particular, most of this 3-part series is going to be about commercial cleaning accounts, but a lot of the things that I'm going to teach you are also about residential accounts. So in general, this is a sort of a sales skills 101 series. In each of these 3 videos, we're going to cover 2 points. So this one is part 2, and the 2 things that we're going to cover in today's video, there's something that happens frequently in a selling process that people who are not experienced salespeople may miss. Which is that sometimes during the negotiation or during the conversation, your communication will reach an important turning point. And so it's really important that you keep your sales antenna finely tuned. If you notice that the energy seems to have shifted away from you, most people are fairly passive, and we're socialized to be pleasant during encounters. So the person that you're working with may have shut down, but they're not going to tell you, you just blew the deal, you might as well leave now. They're not going to say that to you because they don't want to feel rude. So they may seem to be cordial and continuing to continue the process, but if you begin to sense or feel that something has shifted and that they're closed to you, then by all means simply ask them, what's happened here? I feel like maybe there's you just don't seem, positive. You're not nodding your head anymore. Tell me, is there something that I missed here? So be aware of a potential turning point. And quite frankly, when you ask the question, that shows your ability to be dynamic in problem solving, which is actually one of the skills that they're likely to be looking for in a good cleaning company. So this is actually a good opportunity for you to demonstrate your problem-solving skills. And keep in mind, that we are in the customer service business. So people want to be served. They want to have their problem solved. You just have to make sure that you stay tuned in case you reach an important turning point during the sales process. The second thing that you want to be aware of is the possibility for misinterpretation. This happens frequently throughout the process because the process is an exchange of information going back and forth. So you're trying to find out information about their needs, wants, and desires, and they're trying to find out information about your price, ability, and maybe references, can they trust you, things like that. So what can sometimes happen is that during the course of the sales conversation, there's sometimes you hit an obstacle, and the obstacle could actually be a deal breaker. It could be a deal breaking objection. And the only way that you're going to know that, once again, is to ask. Also, while you're having this conversation, you want to do a couple of things. You want to take notes, either during or immediately after your conversation. You want to make sure that you repeat what you've heard so that you can clarify that you understood it properly, because what you're saying and what they've heard may not always be the same thing. So even though you may feel like there's been a factual exchange of information, all information is subject to interpretation by the person that's hearing it. So make sure that you take notes when they're giving you important details about their needs, wants, and desires. that you repeat what they heard to you, preferably in writing. And this is where your proposal submission is really important, because you want to make sure that you reiterate what their problems, needs, wants, and desires were, and then clarify, preferably before you submit your proposal, so that you want to make sure that you haven't misinterpreted some of the things that are going to be important in order to win their business. Okay, so this is Why Didn't I Get the Cleaning Account, part 2. Be aware of important turning points during the course of the sales process, and watch out for misinterpretation. That's all for this video. This is part 2, and I'll have part 3 for you shortly. Bye for now.